Welcome back, everybody, to the world of Ushulmin Baz and the fortress of Akbar Thanas, Doomslayer.
Trans rights. Damn it.
Hell yeah. Dwarf Fortress fits D&D better than Vampire the Masquerade. That's so fucking true. Like, for one thing, it actually has, like, fantasy stuff and, you know, it has magic. You know, sure, Vampire has magic too, but D&D, like, Vampire clans don't fit D&D in the same way. It was never a murder hobo type game. It was always more just like politics and shit. Okay, a lot of animal births. We've got some, yeah. Okay. But there is, like, yeah, I saw that there was, like, D&D Star Wars, but there are actually D20 Star Wars games. Those already exist. We do not need any more, you know? I'm like, why make a thing that is already a thing, you know? D20 Star Wars games were bad? Okay, I mean, I've heard different things about them. Okay, the copper bridge is made here, which means that we can now go ahead and, like, cut down trees on this side. But I'm also making a safety feature. We're putting walls on either side of the bridge so that dwarves aren't idiots and fall directly off of it. Also just gonna put walls on, like, just around the edge too, to prevent dwarves from doing stupid dwarf things and just dwarfing right off the sides. Curious to see where it goes. I just don't think we need it when there are so many other systems out there. Oh, okay. It's just a giant gray squirrel head. It's just the head. How is it moving so quickly when it's just a head? Thank you, Bear. This is why everybody is, Why are you stranded? There's no reason for you to be considered stranded. Ah, nunchucks. Hang on. But yeah, that's why I'm giving bears to, like, every dwarf in the fortress, because we need some basic protection when going outside. Making some more rooms here. What are you doing? Smelting some native platinum. Cool. Oh yeah, I think the woolly mason bees apparently are grazers, so I'm just gonna put all the bees in here. Smelting some native plat. That is a different thing, Mono. Also, very exciting, the trees in the tree farm are starting to come in. Look at these things. They're only like 2 Z levels right now at best, but the fact that we've got any growing at all means that we will have access to wood if at any point we need to just go completely isolationist. We can have safety, we can and we can still just have fuel. Not the base. Like, Mr. Cage, they are in fact not in your eyes. A shitload of tetrahedrite here that we could smelt. Forges all here, very well stocked. Lots of orders being placed. Hi, Transfam. How you doing? Looks like the toads are giving birth once again. Scrambling your limb order. Quick. While Ash is not paying attention, we're going to do a little something about the overpopulation that is threatening to happen here. Wonder what's scarier than a bee? The emerald jewel / tarantula hawk wasps. Quote number 23. You can't kidnap orphans. I don't know what the context was for that. What is the tastiest apple? Let's see. Oh, hydrate and hallucinate. What is the tastiest apple? Assume I have an apple allergy and cannot double check your words. Ah, okay. Thank you for asking me that excellent question. The tastiest apple, I would have to say, has got to be a Granny Smith. Because it has a good crisp texture and a pleasant taste that can range from sweet to sour, and is also very good in baking. It's so tasty that you won't care that you have an allergy to apples. You may be dead, but at least that will be your best final experience. I hope that you ask me further questions in the future. Or you might not be able to on account of the fact that you're allergic to apples. I think we should call mono building materials. How come? Oh, that is a lot of forgotten beast web. Making mono blocks and tiling a pathway with them. You're not building materials. You could be. Oh, hey, here's Mias. Mias wants to see friends. Alola Virus, Arana. How you doing? Now she's gonna go grab a drink. She does have a lot of friends in this fortress. But one of them is a vampire. Getting reminded of the Dexter meme with the piano? I don't remember that one. Yes, did in fact say she wants to see friends. Accurate, yeah. I'm pretty sure she went to see Friends quite recently. And I don't mean the problematic, 1990s, early 2000s sitcom. Doing good? I'm glad to hear it. Where the heck? Why is she going this far down to find booze? Okay, okay. Okay, she's grabbing cranberry wine. Is that a preference? It's not a preference. There's so much other wine that she could be grabbing that is like 60 Z levels up, and yet she is choosing to come down here and grab. Y'all, I don't know why they do these things. Alright. Bring me some damned goblets. Looking for that good wine cellar. Anything below the in a dwarf fortress is basically a wine cellar. Minkus is now a werebison. We've been making some whole bunch of things: steel bookcases, platinum flasks. Okay, I got the transfem on your lap right now. Oh, gotcha. That explains everything. Very cool. Don't have us in it. We have annexed your lap in the name of interminable the instinct to annex things. You know, I understand that one. Getting some different material bookcases in here. Some made of platinum, some made of steel. You know, I want to diversify that shit. Have more room for books. God, so many things are fighting here. Whole bunch of zombies in the caverns. Giant cave toad gave birth to twins. A lot of giant cave toads here. We should re-examine in light of this neo-colonial lens. Exactly. You know, it's always good to recontextualize, you know, your memes and everything, and think about things in more critical ways. Ooh, what are we melting down here? A copper warhammer. Good. We've got so many enemy weapons and armor that still need to be melted down. No law can do justice to the complexity of life. Based. It's British behavior. Listen here. That's true. But yeah, puppies do need taking care of. Oh my god, this Gorlak is so slow with this nugget of platinum. Where are the toads? The toads are fine. They're all here. In fact, they've been giving birth. Look at how many there are. Ooh, Brazen has redeemed kitty treat. Embarrassed sleeping without a proper. The toads have gone forth and multiplied. It's true. All right. You want a treat? Yeah, you do. Look, chat. Feet. Is this what you want?
That's right.
TOS. That's all you're getting, though. Ah, nunchucks. What was that for? What? Ah, what was that for? We've got an elf poet visiting. Okay. That one I could believe because elf name and also poet. Your birthday event. What? Thank you for the head pats. I think my birthday Evangelion. Your birthday Evangelion is still. Oh, that sucks. It really is just kind of very disappointing that a lot of our economy is dependent on, you know, bullshit like this. She just bit you. Good. Okay, Minkus has turned back. I put on a well-crafted item. I'm ambivalent. Okay. So Minkus wanted to put on, was dejected after being unable to acquire something, then got to put on an item and felt ambivalent about it. Okay, okay. All right, so we're gonna do a thing. 1984. This is literally George Foreman's Animal Crossing. Halbert's getting melted down. Excellent. Okay. Are we able to make it down here yet? Okay, we've got the weapon traps set up, so I'm gonna unlock these doors. If any zombies are down there, they'll come racing up here and whack right into the weapon traps. But I don't think that anything hostile is in this layer right now. Let's find out. So, oh, that is a Reacher. That's somewhat hostile. A humanoid monster found lurking far underground. It feigns death, usually near water, until a victim passes by. It then uses its long arms to drag its prey into the water to drown or strangle them. Fish. Now, it does sound like, it does sound exactly like something that Transfam would do. Alright, so you may wonder why I'm building some blocks here around this gem vault. Well, the answer is I'm building in security. My plan is to basically contain this whole area. Basically make it into its own self-contained area. And then start building bolt throwers around the edges. And then when we start tapping into the gems here, we can have people pointing the bolt throwers directly at the whatever pops out of the gems here, because you know my luck with this shit. For all we know, there's like demons and angels waiting to boil up out of these vaults and just do a murder on us. It would not be the first time. Uh-oh. The Forgotten Beast Stuzang Stongundak Luloz Umzost Smesbu has come. A huge feathered antlion larva. Specifically an antlion larva. Okay, antlion... Okay, it's like a big dragonfly. An antlion larva is horrifying. It has a knobby shell, and it squirms and fidgets. Its dark pink feathers are fluffed out. Beware its fire. Okay. Its name translates to Stuzung gill-paddled, the washed gut of lakes. And it looks like it's on a lair that is currently locked off to us, but it certainly looks agitated. Okay, it's also up a tree, where it's deciding to behave like an ambush predator. Waiting to just spew war crimes all over the nearest enemy. Okay, you know what? We'll leave it there. Go do your thing. Okay, we can build on this layer. This layer. And the webs are getting harvested quite nicely. Okay, Relations the Gorlak is coming down to help with the construction. I kind of want to confine Relations and the other Gorlak in the tavern and get them to know each other. Maybe have a little Gorlak relationship going on. Scary moment at work. Apparently while it was storming, lightning may have struck your company's main transformer. Oh shit, I hope everything's okay there. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make building these walls a priority because the idea of having dwarves near open water is it's dangerous. Because dwarves are stupid and will make any and all attempts to die in the dumbest ways possible. We have generators, but I don't know if they can survive until the generator gets fixed, and until all power comes back on. Our keycard scanners won't work. Well, I hope they have backups for such a security risk. Here we go. I take security very seriously here at Doomslayer. Cool. Okay. Once all that's put in place, then I will be comfortable with dwarves operating around this area. Mostly. I'm sure they'll find other stupid ways to die because that's just Dwarf Fortress for you. But, you know, I feel like I've made a good effort to minimize the amount of bullshit that's going on there. Oh no. How the fuck did Earthworm Jim get in here? No, seriously, how the fuck did Earthworm Jim get in here? The Forgotten Beast Earthworm Jim is literally inside my fortress and I don't know how he got there. Hi Space Pants, how you doing? We smell dinner. Yes, he's an earthworm, and also yeah, he's a forgotten beast that's an earthworm. So I decided to call him Jim. Okay, this cave dragon is fighting back. All right. Let's get the military down here. Hi, Mystic. How you doing? Okay. Oh, there's also a war leopard down here. That's Brazen's leopard. It's terrified, but is still trying to kill this thing. Its body is cut open, dented. Its heart is bruised. Its brain is mangled beyond recognition. And its left wing is gone. Left wing destroyed. Who's back and are they winning? The giant earthworm from last time. I don't know how it's still working when its brain is mangled beyond recognition. Yeah, insert political joke here, but I am a safe apolitical streamer and not a brand risk. It's already killed one. It's already killed a couple of bears. Okay, there's a bunch of vomit all over the place. Dingo blood, cave dragon blood, dwarf blood. Okay, there's another war bear coming and another war cave dragon. Oh, okay. It is dead, and also its corpse is mangled. Okay, that means we can butcher it up without having to worry. Who's up for some earthworm meat? Earthworm meat. I would dearly love to know how it got in the fortress. Did it come in this way? Because this forgotten beast doesn't seem to know how to get in. Brandrisk in Swedish? I don't get that joke. Oh hey, it's a Krundle. It's terrified of something. What is it? What is it? I would love to know what it's terrified of. Because then I might make a decision as to whether or not we close Brandrisk in Swedish as fire hazard. Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Okay, we're gonna make some fancy iron doors here just in case. Oh, okay, there's a creeping eye here. Multiple creeping eyes, actually. All right, let's bring those doors down here. I definitely want multiple simultaneous devastating deep strikes, but also I want multiple fail safes here. God, Krundles are such a pain in the ass.
Respect trans rights or expect trans fights.
They seem to be having a good fight with they seem to be having a good fight with the creeping eyes and the Krundles. Basically seem to be in a war though. That's a lot of forgotten beast tallow. I'm gonna expand that food stockpile. I don't want stuff going rotten. Yeah, Jamie is down here having a having some food. A nice almond roast made of hen egg, and almonds. Apparently she does like the dining room though. Are they having a trans fight because they didn't respect trans rights? Yes. Yeah, we got multiple dining rooms. That way people can make their way over to somewhere to eat without having to make their way all the way back to the top room here. Mistora the cave dragon here has some. These eggs are not fertilized. Encore was fight. Okay, Encore is batting away some creeping eyes here. Done some good punching and crunching here. smashing some crundles down. And then it looks like some parts of Creeping Eyes are getting back up. Only way to kill an earthworm is to blow up its multiple hearts, or have a cow fall on it. If you remember, then you remember. Oh hey, the river has frozen. Oh yeah, does anyone remember when the zombie giant sponges were frozen in the river, but it was not enough for them to die? Presumably they were dying thanks to the ice, but then their corpses were not mangled, so they would just get back up again. Alright, I'm gonna put some beds here in the tavern. Okay. Apparently a ghost is placing, is misplacing items. Eineth is Ramzul. Okay, make a slab. Okay, cool. Bronze halberd, silver mace. Got a whole bunch of ore and coke and everything that's being brewed up here. Okay, we've got some charcoal that's been made. What we're going to be able to do with this is we can then get Minkus finally. Oh no, Reki, why the hell? How are you in here? Oh no. This
let
door
you
isn't
raid my
locked.
channel any day.
Trans TTX, XPTTRPG, how you doing? Welcome on in. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today we are playing some Dwarf Fortress. Tell the raiders that I don't break pasta. I mean, pasta breaks when I put it in my mouth. I don't get it. I don't get it. Uh-oh. You're just in time. How was Atlas though? I hope you had fun. And if you need to raid and run, I totally get it. Streaming does take a lot out of you. Otherwise, let me get back into my default form for a second here. Welcome to the Cocktail Lounge. Feel free to sit yourself down on one of the bar stools or slide in on one of the booths and help yourselves one and all to a hot drink. What you do with it is your own business. Lesbians must support each other, absolutely. A vile force of darkness has arrived. The army is commanded by the goblin M. Slitdoom, a competent commander. In the late spring of 600, M married Utez Washscourge. With them comes a war cave dragon from the dark goblin fortress of Steel Dive. Also, the cave dragon is also named M.
Any day.
Hi, Shglump. I assume that you're part of the Atlas crew there. Welcome on in, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic time. I hope you enjoyed playing Atlas together. Yeah, everybody make yourselves comfortable. I hope you had a good time. Okay, all dwarves, report to the burrows. The goblins are invading. During winter, no less. Huh. Wait. That's it? It's just the dragon? That doesn't seem right. Okay, either way, dwarves, man the siege engines. Bolt throwers and catapults, to the ready. All right, we're gonna pull the lever that will lock us all in. Yeah, I hope you all had a good time though. Snatchers. Okay, so this dragon is injured. It was very fun. I'm glad you had a good time. Oh shit, that's the Goblin War Dragon. Very furry, very gay. Hell yeah. Oh shit, our cave dragon is fighting their cave dragon. Both are heavily bleeding. But theirs is tired and heavily bleeding. Oh, that. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know how this is gonna go down. Okay. Theirs is, okay, cool. Our cave dragon beat theirs, and because we currently don't have a system of healing, our own animals, I'm just gonna use console commands to do so because, I don't like the idea of animals being, injured here. We're gonna bring the military up because, if you'll notice, that says M's corpse. It does not say M's mangled corpse. And the problem with living in a reanimated biome is if you don't mangle the corpse gets back up. All of our dwarves carefully spreading out around the dead cave dragon. Oh my god, one of our dwarves is literally trying to butcher it right now. Okay, dwarves, go stand watch over that idiot. Okay. If they make it to the butcher shop and they're able to butcher up this cave dragon, I will be very impressed. If they can butcher it before it becomes a zombie and tries to just murder everyone again, that would be preferable. Okay. I'm gonna try and get some rest. Bad brain is rough tonight. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon. All of the dwarves are just kind of pointing their spears at this like butcher right now, just like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, keep cut it up faster. And they're just like, why must they be so violent? Okay, okay, we were able to butcher it up. Okay, cool. We appear to still be under siege, but we are unable to see any of our enemies. That concerns me. That concerns me greatly. Why the hell did nobody engrave a slab to that ghost? Am I out of slabs? Is that why? Hmm. I'm on edge. I'm a little... Oh, there we go. These goblins are using stealth tactics.
Boing boing flippers.
Hi, Minkus. How you doing? The goblins have been detected. Fortunately for us, we have several
Hey,
dwarves
Lola.
with fully loaded siege weapons, ready and waiting to meet them. Oh, that is beautiful. Hundreds of bolts just flurrying out to destroy these things. Some of them are even mangled. Those that are not mangled will in turn rise up and start to slaughter their own kind. One of the perks of living in a reanimator biome. Oh, it looks like they are retreating. They do not seem to understand how to get in. 10 squats? That's a good point. I do love that one of my viewers is literally on another one of my viewers' laps right now. That is very cool. Very gay. Very gratifying. I'm kind of milling around here. They have no clue how to get in. Yeah, I'm doing well. It's been a little bit of a rough day, a little busy, but we're here. Oh hey, one of the goblins was absolutely mauled trying to get in. Oh, you know, the whole point of this door was to be able to keep them out because it's an artifact door, but I forgot to lock it. Now they're trying to batter down the hatches. This is a bad idea for them. Do you know why this is a bad idea for them to try and beat down this steel floor hatch? Because it leads directly to the vampire's training room. Now, if they want to batter their way into the vampire's training room, I say more power to them. Some of them are getting absolutely crushed in the weapon traps here. And some of them are recognizing, oh, my fellow goblins just attempted to break in there and are now just in pieces. There goes another. Some of the wounded goblins are crawling over here to try and aid in the... And some of them recognize that there are weapon traps in this very confined area and are just like, what if we don't go in here? Hi, Maria. Long time no see. How you doing? Another one completely buzzsawed, smashed to pieces by the spiked balls of copper and silver, and there goes another. Doing relatively fine. Yeah, that's what a lot of us are aiming for, I guess. You know, we're doing the best we can in the circumstances we find ourselves. I'm glad that you got Wi-Fi. Okay, okay. I think we need to put in an order for more slabs. Thanks for asking. Always. I'm always out here looking out for my community. Okay, okay. What the hell was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanna build the I wanna engrave that one slab to that one ghost who is misplacing items. Eineth Isram Zulban. Oh, we do have a slab engraved. Okay, cool. Get it placed. What do you say, folks? These two goblins have gotten so far. What do you say we just open the hatch and let them in? It's gonna take a while for their copper swords to beat down hatches made of solid steel. They've tried so hard, and they are so very brave for making their way to for making it this far. We open the door, we let them come in. Okay. There's a mighty clack as the locks are brought down. Oh, they finally recognized, and then they make their way down the steel stairs, and then they alight within a training room, and they're like, oh no, wait a second, one of our vampires is dead? Oh, this was one of our helper vampires. How did they die? Thank you for the headpads, Jamie. I hope you're doing well. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. Have luck. Have a good time in the pit. Slash them. Oh my god. Been injured badly. I can keep it together. Well, apparently they cannot. We're gonna have to put that that vampire down because that corpse is not mangled. But hey, the siege is broken. Or at least it seems to be. This vampire is seriously injured, and we don't have a way to heal them other than console commands. Pick up equipment. What's out here that you're missing? Just grabbing something off of that vampire's dead body. That seems to be the end of things. Oh, there's a goblin corpse right there. I don't know how it managed to be beaten up by vampires with warhammers without just completely dying and being mangled to shit, but okay, there we go. crunch. Where did that, The Lancers of Uniting wish to reside in Doomslayer for the purposes of entertaining visitors. D&D free XP. Well, these zombies, well, these goblins are now turning into zombies, so they're like twice the level of XP. Native gold. You know what? I'm sure we could use some more performers that will eventually become citizens, so why not? We literally just lost someone, so... Yeah, we definitely do need to, we need to, mangle the corpses.
Apathy is death.
Yeah, if you smash up an enemy sufficiently, they cannot be resurrected. Okay, well, the goblins have attempted to get their revenge on us. I say we repay the favor in kind. What about you? Oh hey, there's just a goblin head out here. Just head? Bonk. Ah, and a couple of zombie wolves. Hey Kate, how you doing? Beat up those zombie wolves, and then, oh, ghostly weaponsmith has been put to rest.
.wav.
Exactly. Smash. You saw an unsnatched jacket, so you had to take it. Nice. Yare Fortune growled, wishes to join the Doomer figures as a citizen of Doomslayer. You know what? They've been here long enough. I say they have earned the right to be called one of us. Love to know where that vampire helper was. No matter. You know what? The goblins have been screwing with us for a little bit. Why don't we screw with them right back? I'm gonna send the vampires out to openly try to destroy another one of their pits. That'll teach them for trying to kill us. We aren't powerful enough yet to go after their main fortress proper, but we can still make advances. We can still destroy their surrounding territory. We can hurt them. We can punish them. That's exactly what we'll do. Those trees are growing in nicely. And yet, I'm sure the elves would still be offended if we cut some of them down. Okay, looks like those creeping eyes are bugging our dwarves a little bit, but not too much. Here's Relations the Golak. Coming to grab some wood from down below. There are a lot of good resources down here. We need to make good on the use of them. If we do not, then this whole area will be going to waste. But we also want to be careful in how we explore here, with multiple ways to seal ourselves off in case we need to. What is Terra fighting? Terra is fighting more of those creeping eye parts. Yeah, the creeping eyes are not a huge problem, but they are annoying. The elf Mayor Reki of Doomslayer meets with the outpost liaison Doran Adagalin. You continue to impress. I have come empowered to elevate this land in the eyes of our realm. The world is the same as ever. I don't know when that diplomat got here, considering that we're locked up, but I'm sure that's fine. Pets, I would like some jabberers if you can spare them. Also some cave dragons. Yeah. We're just looking to have giant, creatures that keep us safe, That's pretty much all that we want. They want anvils and figurines. Okay. Carpenters down here making beds. And then some designs here are getting built. Good. The tarnished stars have returned. Let's see what happened. We attacked the goblins. Ari had a good plan here, and a strong advantage. Striking down goblins all over the place here. Neri now has the nickname the Sanctuary of Jewels. We clashed with 4 goblins, rampaged, killed another goblin. All in all, very cool. What were you fighting? You were fighting a zombie creeping eye. Apparently we are smashing little bits off of them, and every time we do, one of those little bits that wasn't mangled gets back up and starts creeping around. Oh, hey, that's a zombie Crundle. Yeah, those things are gonna become a pain. I just know it. We're gonna set up some weapon traps here. The walking grundles. Don't call them grundles. Grundles and crundles are very different things. All right. Our vampires are returning. Not all of them are back, though. It's taking a little... Oh! And the water has melted. Or rather, yeah, the river has thawed. Alright, folks. Looks like we've got an ad break coming up here. So, everybody get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is you need to do, and we will be right back. Alright, everyone. We're back. So, elevated in the eyes of the realm. That's a good sign. That means that we're getting close to royal recognition. Okay. While we're at it, we've got a bunch of zombies here in cages. Time to let some of them out. Thank you, Minkus. Hope you're doing well. Oh, yes. Speaking of Minkus, we lock these doors, and then we open these ones. Minkus now has access to charcoal, and we've got some silver bars here, and some steel. So, we can give him... Let's make a nice steel pick. That way, if he needs to mine out more stuff for his personal quarters, he can. And we'll also have him make some silver warhammers, because those are just good weapons to have around. And it'll give him something to do. How do the zombies in this game work? Essentially, they are a reanimated corpse that is animated by dark magic or some curse. They do not spread through infection. Zombie bites will not destroy you. Okbod Tharnas and the surrounding lands have been made a county. Okay, so that means that Transform is now a countess. They're purely supernatural and non-infectious. Yes. And, excuse me, the rules of this particular type of zombie is, anybody with necromancy, or if someone is living in a necromantic biome, such as this one, if, anything that dies and is, not mangled, can come back as a zombie. So sometimes that results in us having to repeatedly whack an enemy in order to make sure that they no longer get back up. It looks like Minkus is now satisfied at work, which is good. This area you're under Walking Dead rules? Kind of, yeah. Except it's not tied to the brain. Oh. Geshud Kamsozaz, the Stonecrafter, withdraws from society. Okay. So they are an accomplished stonecrafter, which means that we're probably about to get a cool piece of furniture. Okay. This area seems to be walled up then, so we actually don't need any of that. How's your dwarf doing? Let's check it out, shall we? Jakers is pretty pleased with himself. Is doing some masonry. Was delighted after eating a truly decadent dish in a legendary dining room. Is satisfied at work. Does want to be with family and friends. But there's not really anybody in the fortress that he is particularly close to. You know what? Let's give everybody more of an opportunity to make some friends, shall we? While we're still in winter, let's reactivate the burrow. We'll get everybody stuck in. Have a chance for people to make merry. And we're gonna send the vampires out again to once again attempt to destroy the pits of steel amused. A dwarf monster slayer necromancer is visiting. His name translates to Butok Squashed Work. I don't know if I trust a monster slayer that's a necromancer and also has no weapons or armor. Squashed Work, yes. I think we're gonna leave him outside. Oh no! Why did he go mad? Oh, is it because he's in the burrow? Oh, fuck. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's bullshit. Well... Oh shit. The forgotten beast Sethbap Akovutu has come. A huge blob composed of grime and filth. Oh, so it's the quartering. It has a round shell and it undulates rhythmically. Beware its deadly dust. Its name translates to Sethbap the Coastal Pus. Oh yeah, that's definitely the quartering. Hi, Dr. Phineas, how you doing? How the hell did a blob composed of grime and filth live for 810 years? Doing good? I am delighted to hear it. This is the fortress of Doomslayer. It is composed of dwarves from a civilization that had no sites left prior to this one, and only a single named dwarf. Like, it literally said, like, no, 0 sites, 1 dwarf, and that dwarf was the queen. So we came to this reanimated biome seeking a glorious death. So we're out here, killing vile creatures and trying to dig to hell. Although digging to hell has definitely been put on the back burner ever since we found out a couple of things, like the reason that the elk people were able to so viciously wipe out our people is because they were led by a mummy necromancer who was killing and zombifying everyone. We have killed the, okay, yeah. That blob almost instantly killed. So yeah, the mummy actually attacked our fortress and we slew them. And then we went over after their tomb and killed many of the lieutenants who were doing their best to continue his vile work. Now we are being attacked by goblins. Goblins who are led by a bison demon. A bison demon against whom our civilization holds a long-standing grudge. Because centuries ago, that bison demon stole an artifact from us, and now wears that artifact as a symbol of their office. So that is a grudge that we have held as a civilization for a long time. Purge it? Oh, it's definitely on the cards. Right now we're having a bit of a winter downtime. Burango is dead? Why? What the hell killed Burango? Oh no, was it the deadly dust? Oh, I'm pretty sure it's the deadly dust. Suffocated, yep. Well, would anybody like to bring Burango back? I've not seen Burango in chat lately, but you're welcome to do so. Pulled some magic cards, got a pretty good dual land. Hell yeah. Okay, Brazen, have a wonderful night. Okay, thank you very much. By the power of Twitch chat, Burango, you live, which is good because otherwise you would just come back as a zombie. Alright, Terra, I will bank that one. Okay, resurrected. What I'm going to do as well is I'm also going to just kind of spread some water around here to just kind of wash off the deadly dust. Unconscious and winded. Okay, okay. Oh geez, that's a zombie grizzly bear. Okay, get up, Burango. Let's check for syndromes. Burango, one syndrome, beast sickness, causes unconsciousness, vomit blood, paralysis, and pain. Can we get rid of those?
Oh, well, it's a raid.
Hi, Baka Snail. How you doing? Good to see you. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today we are playing some Dwarf Fortress. How you doing? Okay. Can I get a shout out for Baka Snail, please? How was the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? Had to wrap something up. That's entirely fair. You know, I hope you have a wonderful night if you're not otherwise busy. If you need to raid and run, that's completely fine. Otherwise, and those of you who are here, please make sure if you need to raid and run, I get it. But otherwise, feel free to sit yourself down in one of the bar stools or slide into one of the booths and help yourselves one and all to a hot drink. What you do with it is your own business. We're doing crafting only at combat level 12. Gotcha, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta craft, you know? Okay, unconscious and injured. Okay, we get a doctor in here? Cannot appoint until commander is selected. Well, our commander is currently out raiding goblins. Love crafting so much, part of the reason you wanted to watch Dwarf Fort. Oh, well, hey. I appreciate you being here. Okay, where's our chief medical dwarf? Asleep. Okay, great, cool, wonderful. Just on the floor as well. Okay. Is this borough... Okay, the hospital is part of that borough. Okay, cool. So yeah, she does not have to... Okay, great. Yeah, I'm glad you had a good time, though. We just had a forgotten beast slither in here and spray deadly dust on things, which is now causing some unfortunate issues with this dwarf. They are resting, but they are in apparently extreme pain. Oh, okay. Seems to have recovered after some rest, though. We're going to go pick up her equipment. All right. Good. All right, everyone, back to the festivities. We are sleeping in the limited number of tavern beds. Everybody is socializing, getting some of the soothing waterfalls here. We're doing our best to raise morale during the winter. And everybody is, you know, drinking and doing their best to... You know what? Since we, do you have health problems? You do not. Okay. Why are you stuck? Unmet need, drink alcohol. You know, same bestie. Is this one just stuck? All right, you know what? We're gonna remove that that order. Bring everyone back. Burr the vampire has returned. Okay, cool. Oh shit, that's a zombie giant, like a giant zombie fox. Wait, what the hell is Sid? She's supposed to be leading these dwarves. Did she die of, she died from that forgotten beast as well? Oh, I'm not gonna forgive this thing. Let's see. When was the last time that we when was the last time we saved? Yeah, I'm not gonna accept that. we lost way too many good dwarves there to deadly dust. All right. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna say that never happened. It also means that that siege never happened, which means that, you know, maybe this time they'll come at us with, you know, some actual more than just a single cave dragon and a small number of ambushes, maybe. That sets back our plans a little bit, but you know, we can live with it. We'll get these weapon traps set up, and then we'll dive back down into the caverns. They have been a bit of a pain with those creeping eyes. Oh, we're gonna put the bees in a different spot. The chemist Lor Onul Tad has become a student of the chief medical dwarf Shem Egdothasmel. Oh hey, I love that. We're taking on some agriculture, and we're taking on some medical stuff. We are becoming learned creatures all up in here. These zombie squirrels are a pain in the ass. All the zombies are a pain in the ass, but still. Right. Get this built, because the last thing I need is more drowning dwarves. And hey, if any of you new folks would like a dwarf named after you in the fortress, then you can use the "Put Me in the Game" coach redeem to get yourselves a dwarf, or an elf, or a goblin, or even a golak if you've got a mind to. Your safety is of course not guaranteed, but could still be fun. We build up this furnace here. Goblin you? Alright, let's see. What kind of goblins do we have? We have a single goblin here. Is it okay that this goblin is male? Fuck it, we ball. Okay. We can fix it, don't worry. That is something that that Great Toady One would love to be able to do. They want to yeah, the Great Toady One does want to make trans and intersex people a thing in the fortress when the game is able to accommodate that. So, you are Buck a Snail of Doomslayer.
Trans rights. Damn it.
Okay, so quite quick to heal, susceptible to disease and weak. Hair is extremely long, is very skinny, somewhat tall ears of nearly fused lobes, has a broad chin, is somewhat short. Hair is amethyst, skin is ash gray, and eyes are red. Has a great deal of patience, the ability to focus, and a good kinesthetic sense. Meager creativity, large deficit of willpower, very bad intuition, and very bad analytical abilities. Desires very little for themselves in the way of possessions. Sometimes cruel. Great trouble mastering fear when confronted by danger. Is quick to anger. Feels strong urges and seeks short-term rewards. Relies on the advice of others during decision-making. Is often dejected after experiencing trauma a couple of years ago. Doesn't tend to hold on to grievances, tends not to be swayed by emotional appeals. Doesn't go out of the third worst version of you so far. Amazing. Quick to form negative views, tends to assume the worst of two outcomes that will be the one that comes to pass. Quite comfortable with others that have different appearances or cultures. Tends to think before acting. Likes to brawl, but is disturbed by this since they value quiet. At least in the abstract. Like others in their culture, holds nature to be of greater value than most aspects of civilization, truly values merrymaking and parties, values family, cunning, a harmonious existence, sees competition as reasonably important, and finds those that deny their impulses somewhat stiff. Personally, strongly values tranquility and quiet, sees working hard as a foolish waste of time and values loyalty, dreams of seeing the great natural places of the world. Buck a Snail likes chalk, aluminum, brown jasper, crystal glass, the color heliotrope, crossbows, quivers, floodgates, splints, mules for their stubbornness, nightmares for their unfathomably horrifying nature, in the words of the watchful savants, when possible, prefers to consume dwarven wine and maize flour, and absolutely detests snails. A dwarf has been found dead, contorted in fear. Well, shit. That means there's a ghost around here that's been okay. Mebs. Okay. Now that's okay. Mesthos Alathnish. Get a slab engraved. In fact, in the future, let's just activate auto slab. Automatically queue orders to engrave the slabs of existing ghosts. Will only queue an order if there is no existing slab with that unit's memorial engraved. Auto slab is a plugin but does not implement any commands. What? Are you kidding? Why have it in the game then? Are you shitting me? Why on earth is that a command then? Okay. More hatch covers. Summon a ghost? Nah, that was probably not you. This shit happens. It's difficult to keep track of things when you're in a reanimator biome, because sometimes corpses just get back up. Sometimes mid-burial. Alright, so there's a bunch of zombies in cages here. We're gonna get these out, and we're basically gonna sick them on our military for a bit of military practice, and to free up those cages so that we can put them back in the cage traps. Yeah, each of these slabs represents a dead dwarf. We have lost a fair few here in Doomslayer. People who have gone on to seek some manner of glory, and they have met their deaths, and hopefully the gods will grant them some great reward. After all, everyone in this fortress came here aspiring to die gloriously. Not sure how many of them imagined being killed by giant zombie blue jays, but such things happen sometimes. Wait, why are you dead? What the hell killed you? Oh my god, Jim. I forgot about Jim. Earthworm Jim. I do not know how the hell he made it up this far. On Fury, what are you talking about? Jesus, we've just lost 3 dwarves already to this forgotten beast. Probably more. There goes shit, there's Rosley. Okay, well, Rosley has an axe. Maybe Rosley will do slightly better. Okay. Oh shit, Pablo is coming down here now as well. Okay, you know what? We're gonna teleport that. Yeah, we're gonna teleport Pablo away. I don't want Pablo dying. Okay, come on, Rosley. I need you to survive until the rest of the military gets here. But yeah, Ash, what the fuck are you talking about with On Fury Road? Oh Jesus, no, Okay, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna reload one more time here. However it goes in Mad Max. It's been a while. Okay, so one more time then. And this time I'm gonna keep an eye on Jim. Okay. Just quickly name Baka Snail again. Can't forget that. Okay, so Jim here, I guess, has wings. Okay. It's in the part of the caverns where normally it wouldn't have access, but it probably moved diagonally through. Okay, so that's one of the gem walls. I'm just fixated on this thing now. What do you want to bet? The one time that I am not watching this thing is the one time it figures out a way up inside. Was it because I unlocked the doors? It might have been. Alright, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna unlock the doors. We're gonna let this thing get in. But now that we've got the doors unlocked, we're gonna see how it paths, and then we're gonna fix the gap in our security. And we're also gonna make sure that the military is ready to face it. Hopefully, we can meet it before it meets us.
Boing boing blippers.
Hi, Extreme. How you doing? Oh shit, that was our chief medical dwarf. You know what? We're just gonna bring them back real quick. Blair ended up sleeping most of the day. I actually did fairly similar, Extreme. Okay, here we go. Bonk, bash. Dead. Fuck it. Yeah, sorry that you had that kind of day. I can very much relate. That forgotten beast was surrounded by a lot of zombies. It seems to be
Thank you.
unable to
Sub.
finish them off.
17 months? That's almost 17 months. Really makes you think.
It really does make you think. Thank you so much, Two Flower. It means a lot to me. How you doing today? And this creature would be a great zombie killer if it could actually just put any of them down long enough. Hi, Reki. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Whoop. Missing for a week? I'm sure they're fine. Right, elbow's still hurting you a bit. We rested. It's definitely been getting better slowly. Well, hey, I'm glad that you're doing better to an extent. I did see I saw that on the blue skies that you were resting up. The jacket war continues. Where?
Welcome to
How
the
you doing?
cocktail lounge. Please enjoy.
Let's have a look at
the
your
stay.
dwarf. Oh, sorry, your elf. Thank you for the follow. Follows are anonymous, but always appreciated. Feel free to hang out and chat, but never feel obligated. Looks like Reki is taking a good roast to their dining room here. Masterfully prepared. It has strawberries, more strawberries, steelhead trout, and mussel. It seems like I feel like this is just like a you've got your strawberries on one side and your fish on the other. Feels blissful eating in a good dining room. Wonderful. Alright, since we're at it. Yeah, there's a lot of tetrahedrite down here in the ore reserves that I want smelted. And this can be made into additional rooms. Yeah, Two Flower is the cool person who is behind our our Monday streams for the most part, as they are the reason that Fornea and I do Monday collaborations on a regular basis. Yeah, if it weren't for Two Flower, we wouldn't have so many cool sources of entertainment. And I would not be able to say that I'm a professional voice actor. God, we have so much combat going on here. That must have been a goblin from previous nonsense. Oh my god, there's so much here going on. Oh yeah, screw it. I'm just trying to get back to where we were before. This is this is one of the things about this game. You can try and plan for it, but it will always find ways to screw you over. This is why I wanted safety measures around the bridge. Because otherwise, people will just find new and exciting ways to die. I'm pretty sure Krug Smash has, specifically has created some artwork to that effect of a dwarf just kind of excitedly running off in a direction, being like, "Oh boy, a new way to die." Me putting walls up around the river just so that dwarves can't blunder their way into the river anymore. I'm like, sorry, but the drownings will stop. I don't like injured animals. I've said this before. Why do I hate freedom? I don't like people having the freedom to just die in stupid ways. That's not really freedom. We got a lot of big dogs here. I think we need another enclosure here with some nest boxes. And we maybe move some of maybe the dragons and the jabberers over there. And then we get more jabberers and things. Because those murder birds are very cool. Thank you for the delicious egg. Okay, winter is upon us once again. Pieces of creeping eye just wandering around. Love that. You know what? I think I'm gonna pause the temple here for a bit. I'm gonna have the vampires take some time off. We've got a couple of vampires in here as helpers to partly to okay, we've got a vampire in here who would like to have a meeting. Thoughts on Power World? It seems fine. But I would need to look into it more to be sure. I've heard some people saying that there's like AI in it, you know, which honestly would not surprise me. I have no real desire to play it. Okay. Go back in there and help people out. I want our vampires to be able to go and drink. It's something that they've been denied for quite a while. Alright, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna cancel that temple area altogether. I want them to go into the tavern, and I want them to get some alcohol. Because, the... excuse me. The dwarves have been, like, the vampires here need alcohol the same as any other. If they don't get any alcohol, they will be quite upset. Okay, this vampire wants to attend a meeting. Okay, okay. Things that I do for these, for these vampires. Come on, go yell at someone in charge. Now, will you please? I would love for some people to... Okay, yeah, this vampire feels euphoric due to inebriation. Good. So some of these... Okay, here we go. Moma's here is serving wine. Wine has been found dead. What the hell killed him? Killed by a dwarf? What dwarf? Wait, what? Who killed him again? Death cause. The dwarf Risen Istrath. That sounds like a zombie name. Okay, I'm guessing, yeah, that it was a zombie. Okay, yeah. Are there any more zombie dwarves present on the map? No. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna have to start extending the burial hole at this rate. Howdy, zombie giant sponge. How you doing? I get a shout out for zombie giant sponge, please. This is the fortress of Okbotharnas, or Doomslayer. We're a humble fortress in some ways, desperately trying to seek glory here. Our people are, used to tragedy in many ways. They are some of the last of their kind, having no other historical sites to call their own. And so all of them have been, basically shepherded to this one site, deep in a reanimator biome, hoping to scrape together the last of their kind, so they may seek some kind of remnants of glory in their deaths. It has taken a lot of clawing and scraping, but we have survived, although we have lost a great many dwarves in the process. But we're doing okay. We've burned down some goblin pits. We have slain a mummy that has been a scourge on our kind for so long. And we've dug pretty deep here. We also have a lot of cave toads because somebody paid to have cave toads. Oh hey, looks like we are having a break. Alright everyone, get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back. I heard the raid message as we came in. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today we're playing some Dwarf Fortress. And Lola Izzy, thank you for your froggy raid. I appreciate it. What kind of art were you working on? I would love to know more. Well, let's see. Tobal Nosing Oslan, the ghostly farmer, can be heard howling throughout the fortress. Okay, last thing we need is for them to be traumatizing these dwarves. New model and revisiting an old design you made? Ooh, I love that. It's nice sometimes to take a look at the previous designs and see how far you've progressed, you know? Like, this is what I used to look like, this is where I'm at now, and just kind of, you know, see how one influences the other. We are indeed dwarfing these dorks here, absolutely. We also have a couple of goblins, like Barker Snail here. And even a couple of elves, like our Mayor Reki here. This will be how I look when the aliens force us to experience the next dimension. The third dimension, perhaps? Okay, did they build that? Did they engrave that slab already? Yes, okay. Put that ghost to rest. And once that ghost is put to rest, we've got to have ourselves a little winter party, I think. It's important for our dwarves to get out, but also important for our dwarves to get to know one another. It's important for morale. As you can see right now, there are 3 dwarves that are miserable. Yeah, a few that aren't all that happy. Love to try a migrantless fort one day. That is quite a challenge. One of the big challenges of that is just like you have to yeah, you basically have to rely on your dwarves falling in love and having children. Okay, Reki, you can sleep in a moment. You've got to go and get cried on by this vampire. Hang on. Let's just wake up Reki so she does not get completely Capri-sunned by,
This world can burn unless we get some trans rights.
Damn right. Okay, she cried on somebody in charge. Good. In your experience, your dwarves get attached pretty quick. Yep, the ones that that you start off with can definitely get attached real quick, and then once you have, once they've gotten attached to each other, it's just lasting long enough for those children to reach adulthood. The ocean has, the river has frozen over. Absolutely, Transfam. I hope you're doing well. You are now the countess of this place. Because we have grown in such stature. Uh-oh. Okay, Ghost has been put to rest. Alright. Dwarves, report to the tavern. I want you all to celebrate the results of your hard work. So, this military squad here, Izzy, is something that I've been working on. These guys are called the Teamsters. They are not training to be military dwarves as such. Uh-oh. The Forgotten Beast Osman Masastosota has come. A towering, feathered slug. It has wings and it undulates rhythmically. Its apple green feathers are patchy. Beware its deadly blood. That's disgusting, but it's also far away. Yeah, this is in the lair of the caverns where it cannot reach us, so I'm just okay for it to slither around. I order you to have fun. But yeah, I have a squad of dwarves called the Teamsters, who their job is to train in order to get strong. I want them to get strong not so that they can slay enemies, but so they can carry heavy things. Because if Tropico 6 has taught me anything, it's that it's important to have a group of people whose only job is to move things from point A to point B. Oh, just killed a helmet snake. Now it's just having a flap around. An elf poet shared a few rumors. Cool. So yeah, I'm making it their only job is basically to run around and lift heavy things. And that way, everybody who's focused on stuff like Crafts Dwarfship, they can get stuff from nearby stockpiles without having to go all the way down to the caverns to get it. And people whose job it is to hold that stuff from one place to another, they can focus on getting that heavy stuff without worrying about doing other things.
Greetings!
Hi Mitha, how you doing? Yeah, the Teamsters are gonna focus on being strong enough to move all that other stuff. You forgot to do that earlier. Yeah. Well, hey, I hope you've had a chance to unwind after your own stream. You ate food? Excellent. What did you have? Okay, looks like the vampires are having a chance to settle down here. Though a lot of them are also still requesting meetings. Japanese beef curry over rice. Oh, that sounds good. Come here. Praise Armok, absolutely. So yeah, even the vampires are getting to have a good time. Hang on a second. Feels pleasure remembering a wonderful, tastefully arranged upright spike. So, the upright spike they're referring to is at the bottom of this well. There's a reason that there's a well for in this tavern. It's full of vampire blood. So, we dropped some vampires in here and stabbed them with the upright spear to mix their blood with the well water. And that's how we make vampires. And one of the vampires who got stabbed by that spike is just like, you know, that is a really well-placed spike. Sure, it's jabbing into me right now, but like, I gotta praise the Crafts Dwarfship. People are hanging out in the Weaponsmiths Guild too. Love that for them. And it looks like some of these dwarves, these vampires actually seem to have all satisfied their need for alcohol, which is very cool. Okay, I'm gonna give them back their temple. Now that they've sorted out those other needs. Now they can go and pray if they want to. Undead dwarves will often get stuck doing prayers because praying is very easy for them because it's an activity that does not require any, it doesn't require them to move. So they can basically just sit in the tavern, in like the temple, and pray to a god endlessly without getting tired. And they will harvest a whole bunch of happy thoughts, which is useful, but also kind of inconvenient sometimes. I really hope that Relations the Golak here gets to make friends with the other Golak that's here. Okay, Transfem is listening to a story. One of our armorers is telling the story. But what is the story? In the early summer of 617, the Dwarf Rakast Weak Standard created a masterful claystone bracelet for the Doom of Figures at Doomslayer. Huh. That was a good enough story for you to tell people? Okay. I guess they have a bit of autism because they're just like, oh yeah, this was such a good bracelet. Meanwhile, someone else is telling the story of how the Farmers Guild was established. Space Pants is having a nap here next to one of the children of the fortress. Last hope of Doomslayer. The first child born in the fortress 3 years ago. I think they're forming a union. This is a weaponsmith's guild. I ordered this be founded so that dwarves could pool their knowledge. So yeah, I'm definitely very much pro dwarves forming a union. 15 more years and Potato the Golak here will get to be an adult and contribute more to the fortress. What conflict are you talking about? It looks like two of the Forgotten Beasts met each other and probably killed one another. Because I don't see their corpses here. Well, one of them would have killed the other. You know what I mean. With more collective bargaining, they will have more rights, which means less profit for the ruling class. Luckily, there's not really a ruling class here, you know? Let's get some meals cooked up. Yeah, lavish meals. Let's go. Strawberry plants and pig tallow. I'm sure that's, that's fine. We'll process some plants while we're down here too. We may not have any, much in the way of other things to do, but we sure as hell can give the dwarves some brewing and other such things to... Hell, let's also give them some idle crafting. Because they will want to do things down here. Let's see, how are these dwarves doing health-wise? Weak and clumsy. Yeah, you definitely need a lot more training before you can be considered proper teamsters. Reki is bored after watching a performance, but there were other performances that she did like. Now, I don't understand how somebody can be so obsessed by what somebody else has. You know what? Good sentiment. Was kind of hoping to get some like singing and dancing going here. Let's see. I just as soon not have anything too exciting happen today, says Muzish the Golak. Well, we are down to there being only 3 miserable dwarves. That's definitely a plus. Goblin Monster Slayer appears with an elven name. Don't trust them, because that is obviously an alias. Some of our dwarves are just reliving trauma here. Yay! Now, although speaking of unions, you know Frostpunk? They've got a pretty cool thing where it's like if you get mandatory unions, then then the people of that union will start asking for, you know, more goods and more food, and you can of course grant these things, and you know you start off by having less productivity, but if you give them everything they want, then eventually they start being more productive than they were before. Jamie is playing the collad. What is a collad? Good question. I assume it's this thing. The drum is made from horse bone. The stand is made from siltstone. The head is made from chicken leather. Okay. Consists of an hourglass bone drum with a leather head which rests on a stone stand. Okay. Just having a good bang at this here drum. Hell yeah. Encore listening to the music. I love that. I've never seen anybody actually play one of these large standing instruments before, so hell yeah, that's a good that's the first. Uh-oh. A vile force of darkness has arrived. The army is commanded by the goblin Stosbub Wicked Rampaged. In the midwinter of 621. Oh, that's right now. Stosbub decided to become a baby snatcher operating in the wilds. With them comes a war cave dragon from the dark goblin fortresses of Steel Dive. And there is that war cave dragon. Well, we are... You know, you interrupt our festivities. I'm not happy with that. But sometimes, in order to make sure that the rest of us can have a good time, some must stand up and head on up to the top of the fortress and shoot the living shit out of any goblin invaders. Alright, everyone, be about your labors. We will need people up top. We've given people a lot of happy thoughts from being part of this this set of this set of festivities. Ah, one of the goblins is caught in a cage trap. That's where they are. Now we'll get some happy thoughts murdering. That very rarely seems to actually give happy thoughts, but triumph is definitely a happy thought. Is that cave dragon that they're just kind of hanging out there? Where are they? Did they destroy the trade depot? Those sons of bitches. Okay. The Tarnished Stars have had a great time. They too have, they've been able to drink and feast, well, a feast of words. They've been able to socialize. But it's time for them to get back to work as well. Once our vampires are properly equipped, we'll send them out after the goblins. After all, the last time we sent anybody out there, whoa, that guy ran away quickly. Oh, that's not one of the enemy goblins. That's just a monster slayer. Alright, unlock the doors and let's go make enemies. Ooh. The Forgotten Beast Zest Snutzosun has come. A gigantic humanoid composed of jasper opal. It has a spiral shell and it squirms and fidgets. Beware its deadly spittle. Its name translates to Zest Putrid Spurted. That thing has a direct line to the fortress. Well, the other military squad will go after that thing. And the vampires will go after the goblins. Ah, the goblins appear to have fucked off. Did they batter down one of our steel walls? How? How did they break through the steel doors? I don't know if you've noticed something about steel doors, but steel walls, but like they're pretty hard to get through on account of the steel that they're made of. I guess it's because the it looks like there's some dead goblins here. That explains everything. They must have broken down one of the doors. All right, vampires, go back to training. We almost let some people, we almost let some of them in. That would have been a problem. If we'd been, if we'd allowed the vampires clear access to the fortress, then we would have potentially lost some dwarves there. But now we know that there's a bit of an oversight in the fortress. Oh, hey, there's a zombie goblin here. It appears to be being mauled by multiple bears. Hang on, I'm gonna heal this bear. As I've said before, I don't like animals being hurt. A zoblin, if you will. Exactly. There we go. Oh shit. The waters have subsided. Okay, but if you want to pray, then go and pray. Like, we have a temple. Going to store a single bronze bolt in a bin. Quote number 31. Okay, will someone kill that rooster skin? Yes, that is a thing I said. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna put this vampire back where in the vampire enclave. And this one. Uh-oh. Looks like someone, Caprice and Kate. I'm sure if Kate were around, she would pay the channel points to be healed back up. All right. Rebuild the wall there. Ah, we still have people on the siege engines. Stand down. While you're at it, sweet, new Caprisa. So we do have a bit of a problem here. That problem is this overhang here with all the bolt throwers cannot look directly down. So we're gonna have to notch a few holes in some of these areas. That way the bolt throwers can shoot directly down at things that are underneath them. So if the goblins ever get directly below, they can just start just firing bolts directly into anybody who tries something. who is this? And why are they dead? Were they a monster slayer? Oh well. They're dead now. Oh hey, there's that dwarf monster slayer necromancer again. But he's just kind of hanging around there. What's your story, Olon? You seem kind of sus. Oh hey. There's another goblin zombie. A zoblin, once again. Or a gombi. Or a gombi, I guess. That is true. Alright, here we go. Murder it. Alright, here comes Space Pants to immediately interrogate this this necromancer. Like, hey, what's your deal? Why are you hanging out here? Prolific creatures, zoblins. True, they kind of sound like something from old school Zelda games. Oh wait, those would be moblins. Hey, excuse me, princess. Man, they made a real mess, the trade depot. Oh, and hey, there's that cave dragon. I guess because it's an enemy, we really cannot tame it or anything. Okay, Space Pants is over here. I'm just gonna drag this necromancer to the captain of the guard's office. I'm gonna give him the Harry Dubois treatment of asking questions until he breaks down crying and just is like, okay, I did it. Now tell me what it was that I did. Met with subject. Attempted to make intimidating remarks in order to elicit information. Subject was afraid and refused. Like, what kind of Harry Dubois thought would that be?
I'm literally at the most fuckable point in my life. And the only thing fucking me is capitalism.
Probably that, but also, you know, not necessarily relevant. But the gun, yeah. Except in this case, it's a crossbow. Attempted to make intimidating remarks in order to elicit information. Subject was unafraid of interrogator and refused. In retrospect, interrogator may have completely misjudged subject's character. Nah, I don't believe that. Keep at it. You're competent at your job, but this guy may have had centuries to build up his skills. We're gonna line up a whole bunch of interviews with this very same necromancer for multiple different crimes. This is bullying now, and I'm okay with it, because necromancers are kind of a liability in this game. Attempted to build rapport in order to elicit information. Subject had no respect for interrogator and refused. You say you're a monster slayer, but you have brought no, you've brought no weapons. Space Pants is now just sleeping in front of him. You're not my mom, I don't have to tell you anything. You're not my real mom. Oh yeah, speaking of zombie giant sponges, the zombie giant sponge that was one of the first real enemies of this fortress shows up a lot in our mythology, in our artwork even. It was given the name Inched Earths.
Thank you for being a good little sub.
Hey, Hallie, thank you so much for resubbing. That's amazing. Thank you. You know, the first sub is always flattering. It lets me know that I'm doing something right. But then, you know, seeing that repeat one it's so flattering. Thank you, thank you. How you doing tonight, hon? Never going to be normal about that sub alert? Good. That's partly why I use it. Yeah, I really appreciate your support. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day. Everyone go follow Hallibun. They're pretty damn cool. Seeing them playing very interesting games, like there was one that you were playing the other day with like a girl in a like Victorian looking dress. Was it like her father or something? Or like Mad Father? It had the word father in. I remember that much. Troubleshooting and full of ice cream. Sounds like a good time. And of course, they recently finished up a playthrough of Fear and Hunger Terminus. All right, you know what? This is getting nowhere. We're gonna let them out, but we're gonna keep a close eye on this necromancer. This visitor is ready to leave. Mad Father, yeah, okay, gotcha. As opposed to my experience, Disappointed Father. That's a joke. I'm, you know, my father and I are pretty all right. Thank you for the shout out. That's highly illegal. No, it isn't. What the hell was I thinking? Oh yeah. Yeah, Fear and Hunger. Very cool RPG maker game. Oh good. We finally made it past that one season. How many years are we into this colony so far? This spring marks the 10th year of being in the fortress of Doomslayer. Yeah, we set out here in the year of 612. And for the longest time, our most ferocious enemies were giant zombie blue jays and zombie giant sponges. Those zombie blue jays are honestly terrifying when they are that big. They have beaks, they have claws, and they were relentless. The giant foxes are also just nasty as hell. You know what? I do not know. What is it, Ash? I think a lunch and dinner place called Lunch Supper would kind of suck, but the name is stupid as shit, but it actually kind of slaps. There you go. New discovery. This is the thing, like, places that have stupid names or that look kind of shit from the outside, those are the places that you know are gonna be good. Especially if they look kind of sketch. The more sketch they look from the outside, the more they are more likely to be really good. Oh, speaking of the zombies of giant woodland animals, behold, the giant zombie fox. These things hate my dwarves. They are fast, and they are awful. Whoop. And then Diana here, just a humble gem cutter, jumps off of the windmills to, you know, just go down and just whack it once. Kill it with a single strike of an axe. Well, two hits with the axe, apparently. But still. Kate almost got completely destroyed there. Apparently her pet bear is just, okay, injured, that's why. Okay, yeah. Go and reunite with your dwarf. Also has a giant blue concrete hog mounted on the roof. There's a giant statue of one of the front half of a chicken sticking out of the walls. You know, that sounds pretty, pretty fun. Very, very cool, very deranged. I like it. Okay. Get building these cages. I want the military to have something to practice on. I just sent a photo of the fried oysters. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Very tasty. Some of these zombies have been in the cages for many years now. What a big box of them. Took them home. Our dad and you were taking turns eating them, watching propaganda. Yeah, the SVU is one of those ones that that everybody seems to be able to get behind. That reminds me, my father-in-law was watching it with my wife once, and was just like, it's like, Why does it seem like all of the why all the crimes on this show are like sex related? I'm like, it's just like, Dad, what do you think? What do you think SVU stands for? And like, did you not see where it like specifically talks about like what the show is about? The Sleepy Victims Unit. God damn. Ooh. Olin Kadolzoloth, the Dwarven child, is possessed. Do you have any skills? No, of course you don't. You're gonna go off and make some stupid craft now, aren't you? Alright, I release you from daycare so that you may find the requisite ingredients. Okay, so they have claimed a craft store workshop. Okay. Gonna bring dwarves down here, and we're gonna start like digging in these areas. And if anything actually is in there that's like an angel or a demon or something, I want to be ready. And by ready, I mean I want there to be bolt throwers here. So yeah, basically any miners who do the job here, they're gonna have some machine gun teams essentially to like watch over what's going on, because we haven't had enough dwarves to really have a cavern response team lately. So what we can do is have some siege engineers whose job it is to fire hundreds of bolts at whatever is stupid enough to emerge from those pockets. Hmm. 100 years in the dungeon. Ash. Aha. We have a diplomat coming here. Probably to ask us about the trees. Which also means that there may be a trade caravan not too far away. Dude's probably here to ask us why the hell we're in such a terrifying zombie-filled shitfest of a biome. Like, you know what? It's none of your damn business. My name is the Lorax. I speak for the trees. You may chop down 5, or we'll break your knees. Yes. Whatever possessed you to brave these wilds where animal friends are even larger than your kind than usual, we do not know. Yeah, we're only allowed 5. Let's discuss the specifics. We can part with at most 11 trees. Okay, fine. Much to share. Okay, cool. I suppose 11 is, you know, we'll try. No promises, though. No, the underground ones absolutely do count for the purposes of elves being elves. Which is bullshit, honestly. Hell, I think they might even be counting the trees that are dead, which are the pretty much the only ones we've been able to find. Yes, yes it is. Okay, we have a... Overall trade sentiments are fantastic. Okay. Quick, build the trade depot. These fools have come to trade, and we need to make sure that we get whatever cool animals they've got on them. We'll do some trading after the break. Everybody get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, do whatever it is you need to do, and we will be right back. Alright everyone, we're back. I'm sure you murdering their settlement probably didn't help, Ash. But no, also, the cutting down trees is a big no-no. Okay, you know what? Just move everything out of the way. Okay, they want, okay, yeah, 2 different elven civilizations, both of which having, like, you know, we'll part with this many. Okay, you there, Stukos, you are now the trade broker. We'll trade some bolts with them. Because they are undecorated, which means that there's no chance of anything being made of wood. We also have some coins specifically for this example. Coins cannot be decorated with anything else either, so you're guaranteed to have good trading with them. Ignore all the dead goblins. They are no longer a threat to you. Are the merchants actually showing up? Oh shit, yeah, they've got a lot of unicorns here. They are loaded down with goods. Johnny Anime is making some fantastic bolts as well. Now this is the future project that I want. I want to be able to tap into the magma. There's also water right here. So there's a few things that we could do there. I want to be able to get magma and bring it up to the upper levels. We can also mix it with the water here and make infinite amounts of obsidian. But that's for later on. Oh my god. There's a ghost around here again still? Okay, okay. Masthos, I thought I'd already dealt with you. Okay, quick, get a slab engraved. They've brought a lot of clay, which I want nothing to do with. I'll buy their musical instruments, though, just in case anybody needs them. They brought some toys for the children. Let's see. We don't really need any Kawadi. Kawacha? Kawachal? They brought a jaguar, though. I do like that. A breeding pair of jaguars. Okay, very cool. Unicorns, Another jaguar. Excellent. And a leopard. They brought a lot of barrels, which will be excellent for storage. Some basic clothing. I'm sure we can get some of that. I suppose we could get some arrows, since some of our dwarves insist on carrying around some of these inferior elven bows. We could get some seeds, because those could be useful. Saguaro fruit, sand pears, bayberries, all useful for drinks. Here, have these stacks of gold coins. They are 100% gold all the time. Thank you for your business. Absolutely. Aha! 2 of our grizzly bears have grown up. Alright, we get the jaguars down here.
Hey, Lola.
We get the new leopard in there. Hi, Lobster, how you doing? Alright, we train these jaguars for war. We train those new leopards for war. And we get more breeding pairs going. We have... We have 5 more grizzly bears that actually need to be trained. If we get those out of the pen there, that'll help make sure there's room for the big cats. Oh, another animal has grown up to become a stray grizzly bear. Oh my god. How the fuck did Shem get out here? That makes no sense. When did we unlock these doors? I never ordered those doors unlocked. What the hell? Was that a gremlin or something? Can gremlins unlock doors? Advice needed, like... I don't think they can. Resetting your sleep schedule tonight after it got messed up by storms? Ah. Well, hey. I am flattered that you chose this stream to hang out in. Okay, so if where the hell is this slab then? It's not microclient. Okay. Aha. 5 animals have become war grizzly bears. Good. Okay. Let's see. Yuka, let's get you a grizzly bear. Oh, that's flattering. Thank you. Okay, you know what? Relations the Gorlak. Let's prove that you are a true member of this fortress. You know, Relations has done so much to earn her place here when she hasn't needed to earn it. We're gonna make sure that that she recognizes that she's valued. You there, scribe. You've been out in the wilds. Let's get you a grizzly bear. Archangel has a bear. And you. Okay, now we just let out all the bears that have names. And they will go find their dwarves. Goblin monster slayer with an elf name. That's not sus at all. I'm kidding, it's very sus. I have a book about exploring Warm Cloister. That's the name of a dwarven settlement originally. One that was taken over by goblins. Let's see, another bear has grown up, and one of our bears has given birth. They are very, the bears are very prolific. Okay, and honestly, after all of the deaths that that Shem has potentially had here, gonna give them a cave dragon to keep them company, because frankly they've blundered into enough deaths now that I want them to be protected. Alright, release those zombies as well. They've been in those cages way too long. We need to get them out. Stab, stab, stab. Not a whole lot in those cages anymore. Must imagine being nice to take care of a little pet snake on top of it. Yeah, cave dragon is yeah, the cave dragons are one of the biggest sets of enemies, well, entities rather, in the entire game. In fact, if we compare Shem and her pet dragon here, so if we do unit info, this tool provides an editor for unit attributes. Select a unit in-game, skill editor, civilization, profession, wounds, attributes. Oh, we can actually change a whole lot. That's not what I wanted to do. Here we go, unit info viewer. She is 59,840 cubic centimeters, which is about average in size. At least I believe that's what CC stands for. Let's see, how is size measured? Okay, yeah, it is in volume by cubic centimeters. So yeah, so 59,840, which is, you know, average for a dwarf. Let's see how big her pet cave dragon is. $2,052,050 cubic centimeters. So, he weighs about as much as 0.4 average elephants. So, he is much, much bigger than the chief medical dwarf to whom he is now leashed. He's just a little guy. Thank you for giving out hugs, Sid. I appreciate you. Let's see. How large is Sid? $109,090 cubic centimeters, about average. She wants to pray and be with friends, but otherwise seems to be doing well. Uh-oh. Relations, no! What happened to relations? Zombie chipmunks? Okay, yeah, you know what? No, I'm not losing relations. Not yet. She doesn't feel anything but after seeing her own dead body. Sounds about right. Yeah, this shit is why sometimes I look at all this and I'm just like, maybe it is time to just forbid the dwarves from going up on the surface. I'm gonna be like an overprotective like Disney monarch and be like, no, you must all live below the surface. That is where we are born and that is where we will die. But mother, I need to sing. Those goddamn zombie chipmunks. We found a dead dwarf here, just drowned. Well, he died killing zombies. I suppose that's a that is a death of sorts, you know, that there is glory in slaying the undead. Install colony and hive. Oh, they're going out there to grab a fistful of bees. 12,721 live bees. Uh-oh. What did they see? Why are they panicking? Interrupted by an agitated possum corpse. Yeah, that'd do it. Hey, Archangel, how you doing? And the dragon is just like, hum. Dead. And this is just a baby cave dragon, too. It's 0 years old. This thing is probably about as big as a fox. Mark, this is good news. We can finally do. We can be bees. I feel bad for those bees now. Our relations is out here collecting phantom spider webs. That's probably what got them killed previously. This is good news. Some migrants have arrived. Oh, good. Time to repopulate. Uh-oh. Artifact scene being stolen. That is one of our That's one of our toys. What are you doing with it, my guy? Time to lock the door. Just chilling after doing some super old Roblox games. Gotcha. Well, hey, I hope you're having a good day. Just like he was hiding it, and then he suddenly was like, no, the door's locked. I'd better, you know, I'd better put this back where I found it. Meanwhile, Space Pants is like, excuse me, what the fuck were you doing there? And why the fuck were you doing it? Yeah, back up to 109 dwarves. Time to lock them the fuck in. Alright, welcome on in, new dwarves. Oh hey, a regular peasant with no skills. They're a competent keyboardist and they've got plenty of good social skills. No unmet needs. This is still Doomslayer, yes, so you are within this fortress. Chad, am I being paranoid? This peasant has no labor skills, has a lot of good social skills. It's only 32 years old. Not cursed. Okay, okay. Cannot blame me for being a little careful now and then. So we've got a mechanic here. You know what? I think you would also do well in the siege operator crew. A Gelder? Okay, okay. I think this peasant here, no chores for you other than hauling. You're gonna be one of our teamsters. Oh shit, here comes the devilish gloom. How goes the vampire program? The vampires are often miserable, but you know, but they're living with it. Okay, this person is an armorsmith, weaponsmith, and blacksmith. You know what? Let's make sure that you increase your armor smithing. This person's also a peasant, 60 years old, a novice wound dresser. Quick to tire. No, we'll make you a hauler. It we'll make you good at this. Actually, you know what? You know what? This peasant here. Oh yes, yeah. We were teaching them how to not drown. I think this peasant here. They've got some good social skills. I think we should make them a helper. Hi Oddly, how you doing? It's good to see you. Can I get a shout out for Papa Oddly, please? You may be wondering what a helper is exactly, and what a helper does. I'm glad you asked that question. Me, essentially, our vampires are, you know, kind of bored. Kind of, you know, they need some other people around to do stuff with. Holy shit, we're up to 123 dwarves? We definitely have enough for a full, for another militia squad at this point. But yeah, our vampires need people to keep them company. People who will serve them drinks. And that sort of thing. So, in the absence of, like, the problem with having a dwarf pour them a drink is that, that dwarf may end up becoming a drink. Hi Tommy, good to see you. How's everyone? We're doing well. So yeah, this guy is now going to he's now put into the vampire's enclave. So now he will have a choice. He will now either become a helper to the vampires, or he will end up becoming their next meal. Whichever one that ends up being is perfectly fine with me. Depending on who's doing the drinking, that's a benefit, honestly. I mean, true. Meditating on fortresses. So yeah, now we just need to wait. I've forbidden all of the alcohol here. So his only source of liquid to drink is from this well. The well full of water and vampire blood. Okay, this child has begun a mysterious construction. Okay, well, unfortunately, we have 4 people witnessing you stealing that artifact, so... Lately started playing a mod pack made for your, by your friend for Arctic Warfare. Okay. What sort of thing? Okay, looks like the elf merchants are leaving. All right, I hope they bring back more. Hope they bring back more stuff next year. Oh look, that dwarf who drowned. They're a zombie now. Yoink. Now let's see what happens if we drop them from this great height. Blat. Okay, cool. It seems like it is just going to be a constant in this place, in the life of this place, that people are just going to be set upon by the undead. Minecraft mod pack inspired by Arctic War of 1945. Gotcha. I hope you're having fun with it. Okay. They're getting up to being competent dwarves. They're getting slow to tire. Okay, this teamster is now strong. Okay, so they're building up their endurance. This one is agile and rarely sick, but weak and very slow to heal. Okay. Quite quick. So yeah, their physical stats are going up. Olin Kadzol Zoluf, the dwarven child, has created Sasiameb Rodalthaban, a plumwood ring. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Carol Paddlecloisters. I was confined. I repent. I repent. Alright, child, now that you've made your artifact, go back in the daycare zone. The daycare zone is basically, it's just the tavern and, like, the guilds, places where the children are confined so that they do not become a nuisance to the rest of us. The last thing that we need is for them to accidentally murder... Oh! Oh, hey, that's cool. Look who has come to visit. Brazen Bard II of Ironspire. So this is a different Brazen from a different fortress. Not just a different fortress, but a different fortress that we have, that we've seen them in. That's really fun. That's really cool. I had no idea that we would be getting some, that we'd be getting some dwarves from Ironspire visiting here. Okay, showed up real quick, and now is ready to leave. Still, like, the fact that they showed up at all, that's really cool. Okay. Before we wrap this up for the night, I really want to, start digging into this place. Warm stone located? I know. It's next to magma, but it's not in magma. Yeah, we lost a couple of grizzly bears. How did this one die? Succumbed to infection, killed by one of the goblins. Yeah, that's a shame. Well, destroy that real quick before they can come back as zombies. So in 1945, remaining Nazi forces surrendered in both Guernsey Island and Norway. Yeah, I guess they would have all surrendered at different times based off of how, off of quality of communications and everything. Gorlak is fighting. Oh no. Oh, we could have saved another Gorlak. That's a shame. All right, let's get these bolt throwers loaded up. Was the last Nazi team to surrender? Gotcha. Keep in mind there was right, yeah, there would have been nobody to be able to tell them that that there was anybody to that there was any surrendering to be done. And for a lot of them, you know, they probably would have seen it as probably would have seen it as propaganda or whatever. Oh gee, okay. Had a huge lag spike for a moment there. Okay, Pyromancer here is helping out. Holy shit, yeah, that is what do you mean you can't find a path to your destination? Oh shit, a fire imp? Where the hell did a fire imp come from? That's why everything is slowing down. It's because shit's on fire, yo. You know what? I think we pop you somewhere where you can't lag the fortress out. Okay, and then we're going to I'm gonna pop some hatches over these stairs. And then we're gonna dig down. And we're gonna come around from a different angle. The way the German military worked, the chain of command was very clear. Yeah. One of the apparently one of the things that people ended up doing to kind of help with the war effort was they would just go up to German bases dressed in like officer uniforms, and they would just yell authoritatively at whoever was in charge.
I'll let you raid my channel
Oh.
any day.
Hello, call me Amarak. Thank you very much for the raid. For those who don't know me, my name is Lola, the world's only Molotov cocktail VTuber. I checked, and today we are playing Dwarf Fortress, and we are probably going to be winding down real soon here. Cat
Welcome
dogs
to the cocktail
sheep run, cat sheep speed run.
Please enjoy
Well, hey,
your
welcome,
stay.
welcome everybody. I hope you're having a good day. What were you streaming today? Oh, thank you. Cat Dog Quest for the Golden Hydrant. Thank you for the head pats, Minkus. But yeah, welcome, welcome. How did you find the cocktail lounge, if you don't mind my asking? And if you need to raid and run, I totally get it. Streaming does take a lot out of you. Otherwise, feel free to sit yourself down at one of the bar stools or slide into one of the booths and help yourselves one and all to a hot drink. What you do with it is your own business. And how was Cat Dog? Is his world still a lonely world? I assume the answer is unnatural 20 because that's how you find most streamers. Okay, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Well, hey, welcome on in. We are just about to try something out, or at least, yeah, we were before we were rudely interrupted by a fire imp. Howdy, Queen. Fortress management is going pretty well. We ended up having to deal with an unexpected lag spike. It turned out it was a fire imp from the magma sea. Just kind of popped up here and started throwing fire around. Uh-oh. Okay, been missing for a week. Yeah, I bet. We're getting dangerous here, but what is what is this place without a little danger? Okay, you know what? Let's get the military down here while we're waiting for the bolts to be loaded. Okay, we do have someone coming down to load it, though. Let's see. More bear cubs have been born. More piglets have been born. More cave toads have been born. Some grizzly bear cubs have grown up. Very cool. Means we can start training up more grizzly bears. But yeah, whilst we get all of that ready, God, those crundles are really a pain. Yeah, people like to give the Nazis a lot of credit for being this crazy impressive military, but a lot of them were just really stupid. Alright, we're gonna start digging into some of these vaults here. Is this dangerous? Yes, absolutely. Are we going to let it stand in the way of finding some cool-ass gems and treasures? Absolutely not. A zombie cat? Ah, that's a shame. Honestly, yeah, they picked fights they couldn't win. They were really stupid about who they went to war against. The technology was like overblown. They were obsessed with like super weapons. Most of them didn't work. Something evil is emerging from this newly exposed pocket. Shit, a dark scarlet brute. A very large skinless bison twisted into humanoid form. It chants endlessly, beware its deadly dust. Oh, it's emerging. Oh shit. Blowing everyone about. Uh-oh. Alright, show your face, you brute. Uh-oh, that looks like blood. That's a lot of blood. Oh, okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, you know what? Maybe we're not ready to deal with that this time around. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the cool things that make the algorithm go brr. A big shout out to my tier 2 subscribers, Valtteri and Fizzypuff. However you support me, it helps me make as much content as I can. So thank you once again for watching, and remember that the world is only as dark as we allow it to be. So light it up.